As you most likely know, to receive previous samples by Games Workshop, you do have to sign an NDA. And all of that is so you don't go ahead and leak anything they sent you before it's released. And this is common knowledge, and various creators have talked about the fact that they either canceled theirs or had them revoked. I do no longer have an NDA with Games Workshop myself. I will not disclose the reasons or how it came about, because obviously I do not want to give them any grounds for legal actions. I have zero interest in any crusade or standing up to Games Workshop, and I'm not here to badmouth them. I just want to paint miniatures and make videos about it. The only thing I'll say is that I never breached the NDA. That's not the reason this ended. I was always respecting the terms and the people involved. I did, however, find myself in a place where I basically had no benefits anymore and only the potential repercussions. So the next step was only logical. And now that everything is said and done, I think it's only fair that I want to share my perspective on the situation and where we go from here. You can take a look at my body of work and speculate and make up your own judgment how this might have happened and whether or not it was justified. Especially to the effect that, to my knowledge, I'm the only one that isn't part of the program anymore. But I'm not trying to make up excuses. I played with fire as far as that I simply did not sugarcoat any critique I had or even censoring my opinion. And I was doing so through my own free will. I'll say though that, except for one instance where I went drastically overboard with gestures, drama, YouTubing it up, if you know what I mean, I would not make any changes to any of the videos that I uploaded on my channel. I stand by all of them, and I'm okay with dealing with the consequences. So in this video I'll give you a few thoughts about the state of miniature YouTubing, and then I'll let you know if and how I plan to keep going with the channel. Also, I do have a family to feed, and because of that, this video also has a sponsored segment. Thanks to TestRub, who when they heard about the situation decided to jump in and help me out. I'll admit, I'm a bit of a mobile gamer. Sometimes it's just great to unwind and relax after a stressful day. But what if I told you that TestRub lets you do exactly that and you can earn money while doing so? Once you sign up, TestRub will suggest apps that you can test, and while you are completing simple tasks like achieving goals in a game or simply answering questions afterwards, you will build up rewards. For example, I picked this app, pretty straightforward puzzle game, downloaded it, played for a bit, completed a few tasks in-game and earned my first credits by sharing my feedback. It's a good way to test games you always wanted to play, and you can even get cash back on some in-game purchases. That feels like cheating if you want to play the game anyway. TestRub has a rating of 4.1 out of 5 on Trustpilot, and it has over 1 million users already. Sign up is completely free. You don't have to add any other info than your email address, and payouts are quick, guaranteed within 24 hours. The app is very easy to use. You can start anytime, test some apps you might enjoy, and the best part is you can earn money while doing so. So don't hesitate, download the app using my link in the description of this video, sign up for free and have fun with some games or other apps and enjoy testing and earning. If I sound weird to you, then I apologize, but that's because I'm sick and the only thing that keeps me going is a handful of pain meds. And as you might have guessed, this also cost me a few hours of sleep initially. But I really wanted to get this video out to the public to make a statement and then leave this behind me and move on. Let me start by saying all I see in my videos is me being passionate about the Games Workshop IP and basically singing love songs to the worlds they created and being nostalgic for something I have supported and connected with for almost 25 years. Not only by buying the product and painting miniatures, but by joining competitions and events and by advertising it to millions of viewers in almost 400 videos since the existence of my online presence, completely for free. And whenever I'm critical, I'm merely expressing my feelings about missed opportunities or greater developments of the industry we are all part of. And while not all of them, most of these feelings did overlap with a great majority of the community. And last but not least, I think it is fair to express when you simply do not like something personally. Ultimately, whatever the reason was, clearly, it did wash away all the goodwill these 400 videos I made here and on Patreon about Games Workshop minis and promoting them to a large audience might have created. And that feels a little unfair. But at that point, do you really want to be affiliated with an entity that treats you like that? All in all, not much will change on the channel, other than the videos coming out a bit later, because I wish I had enough hate for the product after this, but I don't. I have loved the worlds Games Workshop has created for over 25 years, and I still do, and I'm fucking passionate about them. And let's be honest, you can't run a miniature painting channel without covering Warhammer. So one other thing this episode clearly illustrates is why a lot of people don't trust large content creators to be totally unbiased. Because even if they are not paying you, even just receiving free products puts you in a weird position of trying not to piss anyone off in order not to lose a valuable resource. And since I think quite a few content creators might have gotten a slap on the wrist, this is miniature YouTubing for you now. What being on YouTube and dealing with sponsors and sponsorships for over 7 years now has taught me is that apparently speaking authentically is not wanted by most corporations, but it is appreciated a lot by viewers, and that's why I try not to bend out of shape for anyone. You all know that I have never held back with my opinion, and yet some people are still calling me a corporate shill. But I say good things when good things happen, and I criticize when I feel there's just cause for criticism. And if this is the price I have to pay for, let's call it integrity, then so be it. And while this is obviously going to affect the channel, it's not going anywhere. My local LGS has already jumped in and offered me support. The Army Painter was among the first to ask if they can do anything for me after the news has spilled. And make no mistake, that is a company whose product I criticized heavily in the past before they improved it a lot. If anything, this just makes me a lot more independent and I can voice a lot more opinions. And on top of that, I have some awesome collaborations planned with companies that are super enthusiastic about it and engaged with the community and supportive. After all that said, I have no hard feelings. I still love to be in the program. I love the opportunities it opened up. The people at the company, former employees and current ones that I interacted with, they were all nice to me and treated me kind. And over the years, everything just has improved so much with the program. They're now showing off pictures tagged with Instagram handles when people in the program submit them. And in general, the community showcase has grown a lot and they seem to really embrace trying to build a community here. And last but not least, of course, it was great to get boxes earlier. When a video makes 300 euro in YouTube revenue and you have to spend 250 of that on a new box, and you have to do that regularly to stay up to date and work with the hype of new releases, that's a lot. But while this was a punch to the gut initially, I feel a little relieved now too. There will probably be a little less views on the videos because they won't have the novelty factor and I won't be first to the market. And there definitely is part of the audience that watches mainly for that. But now I'm back to enjoying Warhammer minis like anyone else, and I won't have to lose sleep over getting stuff done in time so I can put out a video on release day. So I'm really okay, and I'm not going to ask you to do anything. However, if you want to know how to best support the channel, just go and watch a few videos from my back catalog. Maybe rewatch some of your favorites, and as long as you keep watching the new videos when they come out, then everything should be okay. That's it, my fellow pigment pushers. Enjoy painting or whatever aspect of the hobby that tickles your fancy, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Now I'll go back to bed.